It pains me to say this, but I have stopped using Griot's Garage polishers for many years now. And it sucks because many years ago, I had all of their polishers. I had the GG6, the G15. Actually, it's been so long, I don't even remember which polishers that I had. But many years ago, I started purchasing their new machines because we needed more machines here at the shop. And unfortunately, they've been all in this box for at least 2, 3, 4 years now. And I don't mean it's just one. It's literally all of them from Griot's Garage have been retired. Now, I will say that the DA polishers have been retired. The only Griot's Garage polisher that I currently use is their 3-inch rotary polisher. And I'm an absolute fan of, that's one of my favorite polishers, is a 3-inch rotary polisher. Aside from that, all these DAs are no longer in use. Griot's Garage is probably one of the first brands of polishers that I use, which is why I had like a lot of loyalty to them, which is why when we needed more polishers, I started buying more. And this isn't all of them, because I think we threw away 1 or 2 of them before I just put them all in a box. So we actually had more of these as well. And the issue that I ran into is that they kept on bogging down. Now, this is coming from, as you can see here, this is a Shelby getting a multi-step correction. We have another vehicle here that's getting coated. We have another vehicle getting tinted at the other shop in the other bay next door. So I'm coming from, we do this as a business. We work on vehicles every single day, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles a day. So my needs and what I need a polisher to do is going to be very different than if you're working from home on your personal vehicle, on your personal time, as a hobby on the weekend on Sunday while you're watching football or out with the family. Like, these are 2 different things. So for us, these machines, like literally all of them, were too weak and they bogged down too fast. And when I'm working on a vehicle, I needed to do his job without me thinking. So I'm gonna just throw a pad on there. What would happen a lot, this is a rotary wheel pad. What would happen a lot is I would spend more time trying to finesse the machine to get it to spin more than I was actually focused on cutting paint or polishing paint, right? So when I was working, I was like, man, I'm just trying to get this thing to rotate properly, and I was spending more mental time doing this than focusing on removing swirls, and that was just not cutting it with me. Especially the 3-inch. I had their first 3-inch polisher, like their first 3-inch DA. I had that one and I loved it. Like that was my, again, like I was such a big fan of the Griot's Garage polishers. So when they came out with a new one, I bought it, right? This is their newest one, or when I bought it. It lacks so much power. Like, again, the first version, GG6, the GG3, those are fantastic. The rotation was good, the power was good. This thing was so weak, it would bog down so fast that I didn't get much use out of this, right? I'll show you other, I'll quickly go over some other brands that I'm happy with. But those are the 2 big caveats with these machines. Whether it's the G15, whether it's the G9, there wasn't enough power and it would bog down too much. Now, there were some, there's some modifications that you can do, but I'm not a fan of doing that, just because like if I have to finesse it here and there to get it to work, I really don't want to use it. Same thing with root pads. Like, I've never owned one. I don't want one. But of all the mods that people do and at the price point that it is, like, it's really not worth it to me. Now, will I say don't get them? If you're a business owner or if you're like a detailer that does this professionally, I would recommend not getting them. If you are doing this as a hobby, it's much different, because like maybe you want to like, you know, have a cohesive color and brand in your garage and like it looks pretty, and that's the case, I'm not gonna fault you to it. Like, you can spend time doing whatever you need to do, right? Like you're not doing this at a production level. But for anyone that's that's doing like multiple vehicles a month, they simply do not cut it. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy this one, but the Milwaukee M18 15 millimeter throw polisher is fantastic. It's cordless, it's great. Like, this is my go-to DA polisher as of right now. And like I said, we are doing a rotary work on the Shelby, so this is the Milwaukee rotary. if you're a hobbyist detailer, you don't need a rotary unless you want to use it. Like, that'd be cool, but like you don't need a rotary. But if you're doing this as a business and you're looking for rotary, the Milwaukee rotary, fantastic. So these are kind of like our default go-to ones when we're working on vehicles. But now let me show you a few other brands. And as a side note, this looks like a lot of compounds and polishes. We only use about 2 or 3 of these each time. So this is like overstock that we've had over the years. So one of my favorite corded polisher is from ShineMate. So I would 100% recommend you check out that brand. I think maybe like 2 years ago, they sent me over some polishers and I reviewed them and they were fantastic. So like, this reminds me of the Griot's Garage before they like remade their polishers. Like, so I'm super happy with their G15. Like this is my favorite corded polisher. And like a lot of times personally, when I just gotta like lock in on the car and just like work, I'll grab a corded, because with the cordless, like the battery starts to drain, so your power goes down, so now you have to finesse a little bit. When I just gotta like hey, just knock this car out, I always grab a corded. So the ShineMate G15, 2 thumbs up. And actually all these polishers are gonna be from ShineMate. They're 3-inch. When I grabbed it and started using it, I had flashbacks of the Griot's Garage 3-inch polisher. Fantastic machine, great power, doesn't bog down. Again, from ShineMate as well. And then I don't really use this too often, but yet again from ShineMate. Again, like their line of polishers, spiffy, fantastic. Their 8mm throw polisher, fantastic. So they're 3-inch, they're 5-inch 8mm throw, and then their 15mm throw. Those are all like, I don't grab this one too often because I don't really grab it. But even when I do, like all 3 of these machines work fantastic, and I highly do recommend them if you're looking for some polishers. Like I said, the only Griot's Garage polisher that we have right now is the 3-inch rotary. And what I like about this is like the Milwaukee rotary, if I want to use, I guess I could technically buy 2 of them, but I have one, I use one rotary and I switch out the pad from 3-inch to 5-inch. The good thing about this is that if I just want to have 2 polishers on me, this one is a dedicated 3-inch, so like it stays like this. So now I have my cordless 5-inch Milwaukee rotary, and I'll use it where it needs to be used. And then when I need to switch over, I'll just grab this one instead of switching out the pads. Again, this is more so like pro level. I don't really recommend this if you're just like doing this as a hobby, unless you just want to operate at a pro level. Next, for again, if I just want to like not worry about batteries and I don't have to get aggressive with the rotary, I'll use this Max Shine rotary. It's very light, which means it's not going to be the strongest, but again, like oftentimes this will do well enough. And again, this is just personal preference. Like when I just gotta lock in and work, I grab a quarter because I don't want to have to think about the batteries. Now when I have to like, and this is just ever so often when I got to bring out the AC 130 to drop some bombs on a car, this is the DeWalt rotary. It's massive, it's bulky, it's heavy, but this thing is like 3 times as strong as compared to any other rotary that I have, because like if you got to put some power down and you just got to attack some paint, this DeWalt rotary will do just that every single time. You put a big old wool pad on there and you just go to absolute town. Those swirls, those imperfections are coming out. But this is more so like very selective. This is not what I grab every single time, nor should you. It's very bulky and very heavy. Now keep in mind, as much as I say we do, you know, we're pro detailers here and we run a business, I'm also not one to like buy every single new polisher that comes out. So like I actually don't know if Griot's Garage has came out with like updated polishers or new polishers. I just know the 5, 6 that we had just weren't it. So at some point I was like, yeah, I'm doing all of these. I'm gonna go buy new ones because like I'm just getting very tired of like the lack of power and how easy they bog down. Let me know your thoughts on the Griot's Garage, or if you have any questions about the polishers that I'm using, and I'll see you on the next one.